Hello, 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 and welcome. My name is Asherah Rose, and welcome to my very, very unique PhD channel. I wasn't gonna video because I am so hot and I look absolutely sweat out, but the Most High in Spirit was like, no, record. So I'm currently still in Peru at Lima. No, I'm not. I'm at Iquitos airport in the VIP lounge, and it's literally just me one. They've got some snacks over there, but they're not saying nothing. They've got some alcohol at the back, and that's not saying nothing. So when I bought myself a bottle of Heineken and some food, they took it away. And then the flight's been delayed about 20 minutes, but they'll come and get me once it's time to board. And then there's my little bits and bobs next to me. So I just want to record because when I went out to get my Heineken, and I got some avocado and tomato on sourdough bread. And as I was paying for my Heineken, guess who pulled up at the airport? Stacey, the shamanic practitioner from the UK. So when she clocked me, you know, when the fear of God is in somebody, basically she was not expecting to see me. I don't know why, but she wasn't. But I've been here from day, you know what I mean? So I'm not quite sure what she was thinking. But you could just see like the shock, horror in her face. So the Almighty wanted me to record it and get it on camera. I'll show you a little bit about what it looks like outside. So we're just waiting for the aircraft to come and land, but it's been a bit delayed. And then that's where everybody else is out there. And I'm in here. Because I can't order foreign energies, snacks and stuff, so you can literally have anything you want, but I haven't had anything, you know what I mean? It's just dead. Yeah, pizzas, whatever. I've had a coffee though. And then obviously there's a couple of drinks. You know what, I might have a shot of Baileys actually. There's the toilets and that around there, and I've got my tracksuit and stuff in here for later on. They washed it and it's a bit bitty, but it don't matter when I get back. And I've got another phone over here just charging up. Yeah, so online and kind of just talk about Stacey's reaction to seeing me, because it was quite hilarious. But also what they wanted me to talk about is the fact that I came on my period. I came on my period around the 20th, and it's the 22nd now. So about the 19th, 20th, I came on my period, and I've been so heavy. But just like when I go to other countries, they're very, very specific with my spirit are, because they constantly say to me, they want your blood, they want your blood, they want your blood. Now this is the first time I've been on holiday or anywhere. This is the first time since 2024 anyone has ever took my blood, because you know the last time they took my blood was February 2024, and Spirit was like, they took it in the January, and Spirit was like, go back and do it in the February. And when I did it in the February, Spirit was laughing. I was like, why are you laughing, Nanny and the rest of them? And they said, because they're going to see that you're an alien. And I said, what do you mean? And they said, yeah, from your blood they're going to see that you're an alien. So this is before I went to Africa in the February of 14th. I went to Africa on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day 2024, and then I went back to Africa on the 14th of February 2025. Okay, so this is the 2024. So when I went to Africa on the 14th, I came back on the 22nd. Bearing in mind, today is the 22nd of January. So I already said in my video this morning that the 22nd is a big day for me. Okay, it doesn't matter on the month. 22 is very important. 222 is very important. That's tattooed on my body. And 2222 is very important. Okay, so 2 2s, 3 2s, and 4 2s, very important, very significant. So anyway, they're like, when I did my blood at the hospital, they said don't worry about it, because the higher ups wanted to see what my blood was saying, but the higher ups within the 3D realm, not the 5D realm, because the 5D realm know what's going on already. So they says to me that it's safe for me to have my bloods here, because what had happened, I'd been bit by a tick in the Amazon jungle, because it literally is that, just how jungle it is out there. Yeah, in the Amazon fucking jungle. You know, this tick had bit me, but the fact that it has changed some of my genetic coding, basically. So when they did the bloods, they would see that, whoever needed to see that, whatever, you know what I mean? But not to worry, I am safe. But when it comes to my menstrual flow, they've been very, very specific. Do not leave your blood anywhere. So what that means is that any kind of sanitary I use, any tissue paper I use to wipe my body afterwards, I have to run it underwater. And the crazy thing is that where we've just been staying in the Hummingbird Healing Center, there's no running water. The toilets don't flush. Not that you would put a pad in the toilet, but just to give it perspective, that when I use my bedroom toilet, it's just made basically like straw or hay that you put in the bucket after you use it. They didn't even want me to shit in there, bab. Do you understand me? They're like, don't give them nothing. Don't piss in there. Don't shit in there. Don't bleed in there. Catch everything. I was like, Nanny, you're taking the piss now. I'm not going to catch my own shit. But for some reason, I never shit. I didn't shit until I went to the hospital. So it was a good thing anyway. I was just like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? But in terms of my blood and my urine, I was catching my urine in a bucket, in like a vomit bowl. And you can see me on some of the videos doing that, and then adding a bit of water and then making offering to the ground, because I was actually coding the earth within the Amazon with my blood so that the trees could but identify me, identify my DNA through my way in it, not just my vibration, because there's a lot of copycats out there trying to be me. You know what I mean? So they're trying to elevate their vibration to be on my level. But what you can't copy is my DNA. So it was very, very specific. Make sure you catch your water, which I did. And make sure you catch your blood. So even when I was leaving, the last few sanitary things that I had on me that I didn't have time to sort out, I put them in a bag, and which the bag had like fruit in there, you know, like fruit peel, oranges that wasn't good, grapes that wasn't good. So that's all been disintegrating in the bag, and I took that with me, and then I disposed of that this morning, early hours of this morning, at the place where I was. But in terms of like things with blood in it, once I got to the place with running water at the guest house yesterday, I just ran it all under the tap, until my blood flowed out of the sanitary towel, and the sanitary towel was white again, or the Tampax was white again, because they would just like leave literally nothing, no blood DNA. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because I was just listening to a reading by Mystic 9, and she's like, yo, there's something about the blood. Somebody's got hold of blood. That could have got hold of your sanitary towel. They could have beat you. And I'm like, nah, I've made sure that I've collected everything of that, because my ancestors are on point. You know what I mean? And it might sound a little bit weird, but you know what? That's why they collect your sanitary towels in these bathrooms. When you put your pads and your Tampax in the sanitary bins, the companies that collect them do rituals on them, even though they're dry and stale sometimes, because sometimes they don't collect these sanitary boxes for ages, but they still use the blood for ritual work, because menstrual blood is one of the most powerful bloods there is. You know, the only way to get blood from somebody is to draw blood, and drawing blood is in fact a sin. If you cut somebody and draw blood, that's sin. If you cut yourself and draw blood, it's sin. You know what I mean? So menstrual, we don't cut ourselves to draw blood. That's a natural releasing of blood. It's one of the most powerful bloods. And you know that it's got all kinds of stem cells in there and all kinds of other stuff in there. You know that it creates life force. You can't have a baby unless you're menstrual bleeding. You know, so when I say that it is the most significant bloods, it really is. Don't play around with it, man. Collect your blood, clot blood. Don't make them have it. Rinse it out. You know, in my house, when I'm at home, I don't wear sanitary towels often. I just have a period towel, and I just bleed onto my period towel, bleed onto my period towel, and I bleed onto blood cloths. I make my own blood cloths, and then I just keep recycling through the washing machine, out the washing machine, through the washing machine, put a new one on, through the washing machine, put a new one on, through the washing machine, put a new one. And even my daughter, she has a blood towel too. You know what I'm saying? We don't really mess about with sanitary. If you gotta leave the house, then obviously, but again, you need to wash that out, man. You need to wash it out. Don't make them take your blood. This ain't no joke, team. As a plane just landed, because there's some people coming. Oh yeah, what? They come off the army flight. Oh my God, aircraft. I wonder where that flight's come from. There's an army cadet there. Let's look at army outfit. So they're gonna come and get me when the flight's ready. I just wanted to kind of like touch on a little video, one to kind of explain where I am and what's happening, and the fact that I've just seen my girl. She went mad yesterday. She lost her mind in an ayahuasca ceremony. She says that she couldn't correlate a thought. She could feel just heaviness on her, etc. But I missed most of what she said, even though I did record it. I missed most of it because I was showering and packing up my bag. Well, I didn't yet pack, but I was showering because I didn't get out. I didn't come out my Tomoko until about 10 o'clock, 8:30, sorry. Because my head was just pounding. There was spell work going on, man. Spell work going on, but I managed to alchemize 50% of it at least, and the other 50% I used ibuprofen and paracetamol. Because when I googled the antibiotics that I'm on, because of the tick bite, they did say that you can be dehydrated. I don't know what's going on, you know. I must have gone to the toilet right now about 16 fucking times, and I need the toilet again, and I just went like 3 minutes ago. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on, but I'm definitely purging. I'm definitely purging because I'm spouting water that I ain't even got in my body. Yeah, 16 blood. This is 17 times. I don't know why. I do know why, but you know, it's crazy. Look at all these people. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting boarding, but that's what I'm about to do. Get on the plane and Lima, and then Lima. I gotta wait in Lima for about 3 hours, and then I board and go to Paris. So I'll be going to Paris in a bit. So I'm going from Iquitos to Lima. I'll be in Lima for 3 hours. Then I'm boarding a plane in Lima, going to Paris, and then when I get to Paris, after an hour, I'll be boarding a plane again to Birmingham. And then once I get to Birmingham, I won't get to Birmingham until tomorrow. So it's Thursday today, I won't get to Birmingham until Friday. But then when I get to Birmingham, I'm good. I can just literally just catch a taxi and go home. I can't wait to get in my own bed. I can't wait to have on a spliff and really chat to the ancestors. Really connect with the ancestors, because this ayahuasca and this San Pedro weren't saying nothing. You know what I mean? This is my plant-based medicine. Hide the kid. That's the plant-based medicine that I need. The green stuff, man. But yeah, I've had a good time, but it's been an interesting time. So on that one, I'll see you later, okay? Take care.